We're road tripping from England through France in our newly fitted camper van, and we've just left Epernay in the region of Champagne. Our next stop will take us to Dijon, the home of mustard making. If you're new here, welcome to the crazy adventures of our life. We're Benny and Meeka, and we can't wait to show you this incredible journey we're on and hopefully inspire you to get out there and see this beautiful world. Welcome back for another adventure. We're here in Dijon today, which is in France, and we've got a couple of little fun things planned. We're going to follow the Alps trail, which is supposed to take you to like all the highlights of the Dijon town itself, and then after that we're going to be going on a mustard tasting tour. I think it would be pretty rude not to, being in the town of Dijon. If you put two and two together, you know the mustard's coming from me.
I love mustard.
First of all, I'm going to get a matcha because I'm feeling like a little bit low on caffeine. Let's get going and get that matcha. Feeling pumped up from that matcha, and even more pumped up from visiting the Notre Dame here in Dijon. I think if you ever want to see like the best example of architecture and that, for places you visit in Europe, the places of like worship, like churches, cathedrals, they're normally always the best example, and super impressed. Inside and out, it's kind of mind-blowing. It sort of takes you back and makes you wonder how on earth they even built it. Like, it's pretty impressive. We're going to keep going now along the Alps trail. Oh wow, looks like they've got a heap of mustard jars in here.
Oh my gosh, look at these shoes. They're so long.
That's just stunning. So this is their own private garden back in the days. Looks like a nice little place to admire it. So what do you think about the town Dijon so far?
It's really, really beautiful. It has really unique architecture. It has a mix of like Gothic and also the half timber houses that you saw just outside. But the whole main centre is actually a UNESCO heritage site, and it's famous for wine as well in this region and their food as well. But we found this little park. It was hidden in this little walkway. Ben was like, let's go down here, and it just popped open to this. So those creepy looking alleyways sometimes can lead to something beautiful.
Just make sure you travel with a buddy.
Yeah.
You need alley buddies.
But this is really special. The weather is quite warm today, so it's nice to just enjoy the shade and have a nice view.
You're gonna go in it?
Yeah.
Here goes a very funny girl doing some very funny things, but it's warranted. It's pretty warm today, so why not get a bit of misting in the garden?
It's really wet.
Was that worth it?
I was not expecting to get that wet from that. I thought it was like going to be like a fine mist, but I'm actually pretty evenly coated, I'll say that. But such a cool idea for these hot towns who don't have places to swim. But we're going to keep going on our tour. Let's see what else we can find in Dijon. Wow, this little village is so cool. Just around every corner there's something like you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Really, really cool.
What is it, Darren?
So cool.
No, it's whoa!
There.
These are all hand-painted murals on the ceiling. Look at these meticulously carved timber walls. Each one depicts a different historical person. Wow. For the history lovers, Dijon is over 2,000 years old, originating as a Roman settlement during the Roman Empire. Its name at the time was De Ville, but its golden age as a powerful European capital was during the 14th and 15th centuries under the Dukes of Burgundy. During this period, Dijon became a major centre for art, learning and culture, attracting master Gothic artists and architects. The evidence is here, still to this day. It's featured in the buildings and community culture, and these tourists can't seem to get enough photos of it. You'll find Dijon listed as one of the most beautiful towns in all of France, and after wandering these streets, I think it's clear to see why. There's that tourist again.
This is so beautiful, but we spotted another owl, so we're gonna head this way.
So I wasn't expecting that. I saw the sign escargot. I thought, I have to go and quiz the person in there, and he was so happy to share knowledge about not just the escargot, or escargot, more in the throat, he said, for the French. Escargot, is that what he said?
Escargot.
Escargot. Which I thought was pretty funny. He then also gave me like a bit of a lesson about all the truffles. They have summer and winter truffles. The white truffles actually are not as flavourful. I said, like, it doesn't smell how it actually tastes.
We won't be sampling any snails today because we care for all living creatures.
I said to him, we don't have any snails in Australia to eat. They're all poisonous. He went, this is true. So we've just realised that our parking is about to run out. We've been wandering around a little bit carelessly, I guess, just having too much fun. So we're racing back now to jump into the van and try and find another place to park, which miraculously we found this one where we can fit. Yeah, wish us luck. Then you get Bernadette.
Oh.
What's happened?
Cherries. Oh, I got blisters.
I'll let you close your door so I don't squash you. Well, I think we got pretty lucky with that. Oh. Managed to snafu a spot just outside of the town. We might discontinue the owl walking tour, and we really just want to get the mustard now. We feel like we've got to see a good part of the little old quarter. Very pretty, but we do have a big road trip ahead of us to get to the next village that we're supposed to be at hopefully tonight. It's a 3-hour, 50-minute drive supposedly, and I know that we're going to make stops off the way, so sometimes you can't win them all. This means we've got to come back, and we love mustard, so there's a big calling card. Come on, let's get you some mustard. Mustard is a must-have.
Yeah, I'm very excited to try some mustard. I hope they have something on it because it might be a little bit burny in the throat. I'm camera shy.
You're a bit camera shy, you're a bit hot. Quick, close your door before we get taken off. It's so nice to see rivers so clean in the middle of like a metropolis. I think that's pretty cool. That's a credit to the French. We find a nice little nature walk to get back to the main square bit where Dijon Mustard Factory is. How do you actually say the name of the factory, bub?
It's pronounced Le Manège à Mouchettes. Nah, that cannot be right.
It sounded like something.
So there's a whole heap of different mustards that you can try for free actually, and they're not just from one single brand. It's all different like vendors who are selling their mustard there, and then they go through like which are the ones and why the flavour is like that.
I can't wait to be schooled on mustard. Do love a bit of mustard. Upon entering, we were astonished with just how many different variations of mustard there were. We walked around the room to get a grasp of all the unique products and flavours they had. Something to note is that it's a free experience and you can come and try as many as you would like. In the centre of the space is where they have all their tastings, and this is where we went a little bit crazy. What does it smell like?
This is a herby flavoured mustard. Oh my gosh. It's so delicious.
Messy? So, blackcurrant?
Yeah, this one's a blackcurrant flavour. It's strong, but so good.
That's really nicely balanced as well, isn't it?
Wow. Okay, so this one is a team favourite apparently, and it's truffle flavour. It's like nothing I've ever tasted before.
That smell says a lot.
Oh, it's spicy.
Oh, merci.
Whoa, it's good. Topping is really good. This is a Pinot one. Whoa, It's like really tangy.
Okay.
Wow, that's so good.
Thank you.
I feel like she gets it out of the jar like so delicately. Like I feel like I'm having caviar or something.
Thank you.
Ooh, that's really good.
Mmm.
So mustard is made from a seed, is that right?
Yes. So most of them are made with vinegar,
Oh,
but there is a recipe here we have.
yeah.
This one. That's made with white wine. So
Oh,
With white wine.
maybe we'll try this whole grain one.
When we leave, our fridge will be full of mustards. Can't fit anything else in.
Literally.
Thank you.
That's like a good classic mustard, I reckon. I feel like I'm a mustard connoisseur.
I really like that. So it's done with no vinegar, just white wine. Mmm. I can taste it and it's nice.
That's really yummy. So I would say we probably tasted around 10 different mustards, and the lady was super informative. We got 3 different flavors, a herby one, a blackcurrant one, and what's the last flavor?
I forgot.
Oh,
Like a pepper.
oh yeah, and a pepper one. So I'm very excited to try it on salad or a very delicious sandwich. We got back to the van to continue on with our road trip further south, and we're lucky enough to have spotted a little owl on the way. The scene on arrival was nothing short of picturesque. The sun had just set, the mountains were towering around us. We're at the foot of the French Alps. We rolled out our picnic rug and enjoyed a delicious baguette with our brand new mustard. This journey has been on our bucket list for so long, and it feels surreal to finally be here. To tell you the truth, this isn't even the beginning of what we've got planned for this region. So hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you're notified when our next films go live. You won't want to miss what we're doing next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure of Benny and Meeka. Bye!